Hi everybody, it's Velvet. I am doing a voiceover for the very first time today because my husband's in the basement watching TV. So I am going to do some clusters with you. I have gotten out my handmade papers, some stickers and paper, and a bunch of lace. And I also have a paper snippet roll that I had done that I might use some of. I keep forgetting that I have these things. So they get buried and I don't use them. So here I've just ripped off a little piece of the handmade paper, and I'm just trying to find, another little paper that will go well on top of it. And I like to use Fabri-Tac on this if I can, because this paper is pretty porous, and I'm afraid if I use the white glue or like the Barely Art or Art Glitter Glue, it's going to soak into the paper. I would have to use a lot more, I think. So I'm using the Fabri-Tac as kind of first line of defense here to avoid the stuff falling off later on. I also like to staple these things too. Now I think it needs like a little lace or some trim on there. But let's just make sure that this is stuck down right and use a clip for it. I like to do that at least for, a couple minutes to make sure it really makes good contact here. There's a very, very sheer pink ribbon here, and this pack of stickers and papers, really, it has like a lavender pink color to it, in case you can't tell. So putting that on would be nice. I love this big fat lace too, because you can do so much with it. It can go on a junk journal cover. You can, tear it in half. Cut it in half, fold it in half. Build layers with it. So it's pretty versatile. And here I always use a crisscross staple. I just think it adds a little bit to it. So it's not just a staple holding things together, it's got a little design element to it. Not a big design element, but it's something, right? So now I'm just trying to find a sticker or two that would go nicely with this. And of course I am going to ink up the edges of this so that it stands out a little bit more. And then you'll see me struggle trying to get the backing off, because you know how I am. I struggle with the backings on all stickers, but especially the Temu, the AliExpress, and the Shein stickers, because they're so thin. And even when I have nails, I just can't seem to make it work. I should speed up this part. And here I go with the pokey tool. Don't know why I don't grab for that first every time. I guess I'm thinking one of these days my nails will actually work on the first try. Do you have those issues too? There we go. And then I like to put a little bit of the art glitter glue on the back of stickers sometimes to just reinforce it. Make sure that you don't find it lying on the floor a year from now because the sticky that is on the back didn't work. And this is going to take me a while because there's very little glue in here. I finally did throw the bottle away. As it turns out, I was using a pin for the top that was not stainless steel, and it rusted, and I didn't notice, and the glue kind of got a rusty look to it. which is okay. I mean, you're not going to see the glue through the paper anyway, hopefully. But I did kind of get to the bottom of the bottle and finally threw it out. And now I know better. I mean, I always knew that you should use stainless steel pins. I guess I thought the one that I was using was stainless steel, and it was not. Decided it needs a little something else, like a butterfly. I love me some butterflies and dragonflies and birds to add a little interest to things, especially clusters. If you've got a boring page, adding one of those things can liven it up in a hurry, I think. What other things work? Mushrooms? Leaves? Feathers? Look, I'm struggling again. And of course I inked the edges of that too, so it would stand out a little bit on that background. I have to say, I think my new favorite substrate for clusters is handmade paper. I've got a ton of it. You know, I was making it quite a bit and not doing anything with it, so I decided to just start ripping it apart and using it, and I really, really like how it turns out. And it's especially nice if you want to put it on the cover of something or on a page, you can sew it down too, and that would give you extra strength, I think. Liking how this one turned out. I love the lace on there. So now I'm just looking for something I can use as a background or something. And see, I wadded it up so that it looks old, and then I'm going to lightly brush some ink over top of the fold lines to make it look older, and ink around the edges. I love the look of wrinkled paper. That's one of the reasons I love using packaging paper for things, which is another favorite for a background substrate. I've also grabbed some cardboard from our recycling bin to start using that as well. All right, so what do we put on this? We've got some beigey tan thick or wide lace here that we can cut up. There's a fabric snippet roll that I did that I wasn't crazy about how I did. I think that was one of my very early ones that I did. So I hadn't used it yet, but why not use it now? Trying to figure out which side looks best. Find some stickers or something. Excuse my reach. And here are some little snippets that I made with some of my stamps. And just printed them on a cream colored paper so that I could use them in my work. That particular one that I have in my hand there is probably not something that I stamped. That's probably something that I use my scan and cut for. I like how this ticket looks. I've got all of those Tim Holtz ticket stamps and all the other no-name brand stamps that I very rarely pull out, and that would be something that I could so easily do while I'm watching TV, is just, you know, stamp a whole bunch of stuff and cut it out to use. Gonna need to put that on my to-do list. And here I go, struggling again with the backing on this sticker. I'll be honest with you though, even though I do struggle with this, they're so worth it. These stickers are. I love how they look on things. I like these vellum looking stickers that you can just kind of see the background through. I also love the PET stickers. You know, the ones that everybody is doing now that have the clear background. You see, I switched to the big bottle. I couldn't deal with the short bottle anymore. Generally speaking, when I'm working with lace and fabric, I will try to use Fabri-Tac. On lace, it's difficult because it can definitely come through the, you know, the netting and through the fabric there on the lace. So generally speaking, I will use the Fabri-Tac, but I will also, you know, put something over top of it. So, and here I'm using that snippet. I'm doing a voiceover. Lido is here with me because I'm upstairs. Lido never really comes to me begging when I'm downstairs, but I am upstairs doing this voiceover, and I don't know if you could hear his toenails tippy-tapping on the dining room floor. It's hardwood floor, so now he's jumping up on me like he needs something. So, yeah, here I am trying to use this snippet, and I really do like them. So I'm gonna have to get out the sewing machine and do a bunch more. This feels to me like it needs something else here. Going through everything I pulled down. That one works because it's got enough of contrast between the colors it's going on. And again, because this is going on fabric, I'm using the Fabri-Tac. Gotta remember to order a bottle of that. I love this stuff. Hate how it leaks out the top if you leave it open for more than 1 second, but the glue that's inside it is pretty awesome. I mean, it's basically like the Beacons 3-in-1, same company. They look the same, they do almost identical things. I'm just gonna kind of clip that to make sure that it stays there and start another one. The other dog, Baxter, is in the living room rubbing up against the couch because he's got a terrible allergy. Today is the 4th of July that I'm recording this voiceover, and we're got him going back to the doctor tomorrow. He's tried prednisone. He tried this new stuff that we're seeing commercials for. Neither of them have worked, so obviously he's got some sort of allergy that just, it's driving him crazy. He's scratching and itching pretty much all day and all night, and most of the places that he's itchy, he can't reach on his back, so I have to help him with that. So hopefully we'll get over this soon. Now here I am. This is some trim, I guess you'd call it, from Temu. It's more like, I mean, it's fabric. It's like a burlap kind of. And I'm just fraying it because I thought that would look nice on this piece of background paper. I'm trying to find some stuff that might look good with it. This sticker will look pretty cool because of the flowers on that trim. Struggling again. I hope everyone else has had a good 4th of July. We're just laying low, chilling. My husband's on the deck cooking some hot dogs. So now Lido, of course, is by the door begging to go out there and steal his hot dogs. Baxter's having a temper tantrum on the floor because he can't reach his itchies. And I'm just doing crafty stuff. I've not been offered a job yet, but I did an interview just this past Friday, and it went very well. I'm qualified. I think they're a little concerned that I'll get bored not bored in the job, but it's not a director level job like I was at the Alzheimer's Association, so I think they're a little concerned that I'll be looking elsewhere the whole time I'm there, which is not the case. I want to work someplace where I can make a career out of it and retire there. So I've got that, and I have a phone call tomorrow afternoon with an organization that wants to chat with me about chat with me about a job there that I applied for, and then another one on Thursday for a job I applied for over the weekend, I believe. So, my feelers are out. I've got some good stuff going on. I'm just eager to get back to work. My bank account wants me to get back to work. So here I am just kind of wrinkling this trim here, kind of to look like it was put down haphazardly. It's a lot of work making things look imperfect, right? Perfect and imperfect. I do like how the, wrinkled lace and wrinkled trim, wrinkled papers look, obviously. You've seen me do it in a couple of times in this video. Clip that one too to be on the safe side. I want to make sure that those wrinkles stay in there. Whoops, that doesn't work. There we go. And then of course, probably want to add something later at some point. So these are the 3 clusters that I got done in this time. I do appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, my friends.